Inflatable sea creatures are currently floating through the terminal of Portsmouth International Port. The display is part of the Marine Wildlife Festival, which looks to give insight into marine conservation. And local school children who were invited to the official launch were lucky enough to talk to an expert in the field.
Amazing display of whales and dolphins. All the children came from the local schools today. I gave them a talk about my whale experience. This is a blue whale, the largest animal that has ever lived, much larger than the biggest dinosaur, 33 metres, the biggest blue whale that's ever been found. So the kids went away inspired to conserve the oceans.
It's the third year that we've held this at the Portsmouth International Port, and we hold it in conjunction with Orca, the charity. And what Orca do is they basically educate school children about marine conservation. The reason why we hold it here in Portsmouth is with Brittany ferries and the cross-channel ferries, there is an awful lot of whales, dolphins, marine animals that are actually seen during that crossing. And what Orca do is they monitor the movements and the numbers and count the numbers of marine animals, because the trade routes and the vessel routes can come into contact with marine life, and it's all about conservation. So they monitor that, and I'm told that in July last year, after 10 days, they actually saw 800 whales, which is fantastic.
Portsmouth-based Orca recently published a 10 years worth survey showing the distribution of whales and dolphins from Arctic waters to the Mediterranean.
One of the key findings is how important the Bay of Biscay is. Incredibly, 16 different species were identified there. You can see nearly a third of the whales and dolphin species of the world, so the Biscay is an incredibly important place to be for whales and dolphins. And it's one of those places where we would very much like to see increased protection there and it be recognised as an important marine mammal area.
The survey was carried out on different cruises and ferries, and there were also some sightings on our south coast.
So mainly on the south coast, you're looking at the coastal species, so the small harbour porpoises. Recently we've seen more and more sightings of bottlenose dolphins off the Isle of Wight, and occasionally of course the minke whale, which is our coastal whale.
But although the survey highlights the diversity of whale and dolphin populations, it also shows the numerous threats to these and other marine creatures.
In terms of these animals are constantly under threat from increased pollution, both noise, ship strikes, plastics. The current topic is all the microplastics that are coming into the oceans. And recently we've heard all about the PCBs that are affecting the killer whale population off Scotland. In terms of Brittany ferries and ship strikes, we're undertaking quite an interesting pilot study to see whether or not we can start really identifying when these whales are in these sort of danger zones, in which case ships can slow down.
If we lost the shark species in the world, if we lost the big carnivorous whales, the sea would just be a wasteland full of jellyfish. Sharks are very important in maintaining populations of other animals. Whales are very important as well. So, we need to keep this amazing diversity in the sea.
Have you any idea how each single individual could chip in for that?
Be very careful about what you buy. Certainly don't throw plastics into the sea. Try not to buy products with these plastic micro balls in them. They're a real problem in the ocean. The whole of the Pacific, or lots of the Pacific, is just like a floating sea of plastic now. So just be careful what you do, and try to conserve resources as best as you can. Obviously climate change is important, but whatever we do all helps. And don't think your individual effort isn't going to make any difference at all. It really does make a difference. If we all did a little bit, we'd go a great deal to saving the planet.
Nicole Ries, for That's Solent.